Hey, it's Mike Caruso, publisher of the Fisherman magazine. We're out at Block Island. I've got a dream team crew. We're with the folks from Penn. We're going to test out the new Slammer III, which is an amazing new reel. We're going to do something very unconventional. We're going shark fishing with Captain Bill Brown. These reels are super capable and really going to put us on in an opportunity where you really wouldn't typically go out and do this, but we wanted to demonstrate the full performance of these reels. They're strong, they're lightweight, they're matched up with some incredible rods, and check out what we did.
Let's take a look at unconventional sharking. Brought to you by the Fisherman magazine. We left Champlin's Marina and Resort on Block Island and headed for the sharking grounds southeast of the island. On our way out, we were amazed to find a young deer swimming offshore. Now that's a fishing story, or should I say a bucktail. At sunup we found a school of bass and blues, and Chris Gatley from Penn immediately started casting the deadly new Sebile stick shad. Mike Caruso had his shad smashed by a big bluefish, and Captain Brown wasted no time gaffing it and getting it on board. While I took a couple of quick photos, Bill and Hunter connected with the umbrella rig, which is a very effective way to load up on bluefish, especially when they're feeding on sand eels. Only this time the rig scored a bluefish and a striped bass. We kept the bluefish and released the striper. We were now ready to go sharking. When Bill reached the area he wanted to fish, he looked for signs of life and then started to power chump by pulling a bucket of ground bluefish behind the boat, leaving a wide slick that would draw in the sharks. Mike ladled out bluefish blood as an additional attractant while Bill filleted the bluefish and then split the tail portion for a more enticing presentation. The baits were deployed under biodegradable balloons, and now it was just a waiting game. Chris spotted a shark in the slick, and moments later Hunter was setting the hook. It took a while for the shark to realize it was hooked, and then it took off and tested the Slammer III's Dura drag system. It didn't take Hunter long to bring the first shark of the day boatside, but that blue shark wanted nothing to do with the boat, and it promptly sounded. But a tight drag and a strong rod had it boatside in no time. Mike hooked up next and really put a lot of pressure on the shark. But once again, sharks are powerful and they really test your equipment. But that's what our mission was. And we wanted to see how these Slammer III reels and Carnage II rods would perform. Another blue shark was brought boatside, the leader was cut, and the shark was on his way. Let's hear what Hunter had to say about battling with the largest shark of the day.
Hi, I'm Hunter Cole with PENN Fishing Tackle. got an invitation from Mike to come up to Rhode Island shark fishing. I jumped on it. I've never been this far in the Northeast and shark fishing, and I definitely have never been shark fishing with spinning tackle. So our mission today was to test the new PENN Slammer III and Carnage II jigging rods. This is what I used today, and I had an awesome time. Caught some big fish today, as you'll see. This thing just performed flawlessly. A couple of times we tried to get the hook out of the shark and we couldn't do it, and make a heavy run literally brought me to my knees, and the drag was just as smooth as it could be. The rod handled all of the weight. Fish was probably 250, 275 pounds. Really impressed with the tackle. PENN has a Dura drag system that really worked well today. This particular reel, the Slammer 10.5, has 60 pounds of drag, and there was never any hesitation, depending on whether it was right at the boat, making very, very fast run, or just fighting it when it went deep.
And finally, here's what Chris Gatley had to say about the equipment.
On the big shark reels that we were using yesterday, we were getting 550 yards of 80-pound spider wire braid, and I topped it off with 60 to 80 feet, depending upon the captain's recommendation, of Berkeley Chrome. It's Berkeley Pro Spec Chrome. That allowed us to not only have enough capacity for long runs, but more importantly, when the sharks are getting wrapped around in the line, the chrome's abrasion resistance are able to withstand and handle that fish. So really, when we're looking at these reels, it's combined with the line, it's combined with the rods that you heard Hunter talk about. It's really a tool or a system that, when it's all put together, you can really go out and target big fish with a spinning reel and feel confident that you're going to get them in the boat. We did yesterday. We had 3 fish in the slick. We got all 3 of them, and one was estimated around 275 pounds. On a spinning rod that looked like you could fluke with it,